Hey y'all, hey loves, it's your girl, Dawn the Spiritual Doula, and I'm live. I'm keeping my promises and my goals to myself. I said I would get on live for at least once a week for the month of October, and we are in the last month, and I've been live about 4 times this month, so we're in the last week. So yes, so I've been deep within my womb wisdom, right? And it's time for me to, even though I'm sharing like a lot on Threads, YouTube, my podcast, and even here, I'm sharing more these days, right? So, I have my book here, and this is our book. I call it the Oracle, the the Oracle of Womb Wisdom. This is my book that I have here, and I'm gonna tell y'all something that I've been writing in this book since the beginning of September that I'm just beginning to share now. So, woman, if you're here, I need to tune in and listen to this message. So, I'm gonna start from the beginning, okay? It says something that I wrote when I was at my altar was, "The eyes never lie, but we always refuse to see." The eyes never lie, but we always refuse to see. So basically, this means that the message that I received was, we can see, if we can see our wounds, right, we can see our wisdom. If we can see our pain, we can also see our love. If we can see our sadness, we also can see our joy, right? And we can also see our gifts, because this is where this life is going. We can see our spiritual gifts, but we deny them. We deny ourselves of them. We don't want to believe that we have gifts, spiritual gifts, because we think that magic don't exist, or certain things like, are out of this world, or it's non-believable. Like, no. These gifts, these spiritual gifts that we have are lying dormant within us, and they need to wake up. And as you see now, more and more women are remembering the gifts that they have within them. And I'm pretty sure out of these 5 gifts that I am going to list, if you don't have all of them, I'm pretty sure you remember at least 2 to 3 that you have waken up to right now. Okay? So the first gift that, I'm going to say black women, Hispanic women, black, indigenous, like people of color, those women, right, is the intuitive knowledge of nature, right? The intuitive knowledge of nature. Knowing that women were the keeper of plants, right? Of water, celestial wisdom, right? Knowing which herbs heal. Knowing which herbs to plant at a certain time, which herbs to grow during a certain season, right? Just having that intuitive knowledge of nature, right? Knowing when it's a full moon, when it's a new moon. Just knowing these things, right? That is a gift. These gifts that I am naming and I am listing, these are often the gifts that get overlooked because people don't think that they're gifts. But they are. It's time for us to really see, because the eyes never lie. Both our physical eye as well as our spiritual eyes, right? So, if you want to know how to awaken this gift more, all you have to do is just study herbalism, okay? You can study gardening. You can walk around your neighborhood. If you have an app on your phone called Plant Cycle or something like that, you can literally start studying the herbs and the plants that grow right in front of your doorstep. Because most likely when you go outside, and you step outside, it's an herb, it's a plant right there. Most likely that plant is either it's mugwort. It's mugwort growing up and down every single block in New York City. If you didn't know. Okay? You can also start sitting with at least one plant a week. Like, and remember, you could have dry plants, you could have dried herbs, you could have fresh herbs. Some of the herbs are right in your supermarket. Fresh herbs right in your supermarket is basil, mint, thyme, rosemary, sage. Start sitting with those herbs and start tracking and writing down what you pick up from them. Because you have that gift within you. Okay? Number 2, knowing how to heal through sound and how to heal through movement and rhythm, right? Whether it's you singing, whether it's you humming, whether it's those drums. If you look at every ceremony that happens, right? It's always the drums being played. I'm sorry, it's always the drums majority of the time, because the drums wake up. I always say the drums wake up the womb. The drums wake up that wisdom. The drums wake up that energy and that movement that's in your body that's trying to release itself, right? We use the sound, we use chanting, we use humming, we use singing for us to basically regulate our emotions, right? And to heal our nervous system, because that's what's going on. That's what's happening, right? So the easiest way to remember this gift is to sing. Activate your throat chakra. And if you find your throat chakra is blocked, then that means you just need to do some womb healing work, because the womb and the throat chakra are connected. Every time I do womb healing work, before when I used to do womb healing work in the past, I found my throat always being scratchy and always finding myself like because that is the energy becoming unblocked in that section. Okay? You could also listen to drums while you're meditating. I don't know if y'all do it. I do it. Listening to drums while you are meditating transcends you to another realm. It sends you somewhere totally different, okay? Another gift that get overlooked a lot is the gift of dream work, right? Y'all know those dreams. The dreams are messages. They are not just dreams. I'm here to tell you again, the dreams are messages. You're not just dreaming. So what you need to do in order to start waking up this gift more, activating this gift more, is to keep a dream journal. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you should do is grab your pencil, pen, your notebook, your dream journal. Have it next to you on a nightstand. Have it next to you under your pillow. A lot of y'all have y'all tarot decks on your pillow where y'all y'all want to build that relationship, exchange that energy. You want to put the energy into your tarot deck. Put that energy into your dream journal. Put your dream journal under your pillow. So as soon as you wake up, the first thing you do, you grab your dream journal and you write down your dreams. And you see how all your dreams will start connecting, and it all connects to a bigger message. A bigger message. I'm going to tell y'all a story. I have a dream journal, right? And I've been keeping my dream journal from maybe like 2022. Where I am at now, everything is connecting. Everything is now making sense. I had a dream back in March, and I probably told the story before. I had a dream back in March, and a name came to me. This name came to me, and I was like, okay. At first, I ignored the name. Not really ignored it, but I was like, okay, this name sounds familiar. So I wrote the name down in my dream journal, right? Then, a few months later, my dad randomly texted me after asking about years and years about my ancestors, like the names or whatever of my great grandmother from his side, I received a name from him. And that same name was the same exact name that came up in my dream 3 months before. So my ancestor contacted me in my dreams, but my father just confirmed it in the physical. That's why I say it's important to keep a dream journal. Because everything will connect. It may not make sense in the moment, right then and there, but it will connect and begin to make sense for you. Okay? And in this dream journal, you want to write down your dreams. You want to write down any symbols that you may see. You want to write down what you are doing in your dream. Are you flying? Are you falling on the ground and hitting yourself? Are you under the water? And all of these things will begin to make sense to you soon. Okay? The fourth one that I have is basically you just remembering the energy of touch, the energy of laying hands, which a lot of people call Reiki now, but it's laying hands. Our grandma used to lay hands, because your hands are literally portals. I'm going to make an entire video about that. Your hands are literally portals. I'm going to save that for the other video. Okay? Through hair braiding, through cooking, through sewing, through knitting, through massage, through catching babies, midwife, doulas, planting. These are forms of energy transfers, right? So in order to wake up this gift, you want to bless your hands. You want to cleanse your hands. You want to start doing hand cleanses. Hand cleanses are slept on. Like, cleansing your hands are slept on so much. Because it's like we touch everything. We touch everything as we touch, especially it's like wherever you go, you're touching anything. And everything has some type of energy transfer on you, on it. Okay? So when you are blessing your hands, when you are creating, when you are cooking, use your words to send commands to your hands. I'm going to talk about that in another video. I'm not going to get into that here because I ain't got no time. I ain't got no time. Okay? So, the power of your words, right? The power of prayer. The power of spoken word. This is a gift. I think that we don't look at these things as gifts because maybe they come so natural to us. Or maybe it's like, oh, how can my words do this? Your words can move mountains. Little do you know. So you want to pray out loud. Stop praying in here. Put your words out into the universe. Pray out loud. Speak affirmation. Speak life over yourself. I don't know the word practice. Iwa Pele come up. Good character. Okay? Use your language for good. Use your language to cure. To bless. To elevate. Okay? Alright? So, some more messages that I have is, the eyes never lie, but we refuse to see. It's time to see the beauty within yourself. It's time to see your ancestral gifts. It's time to really allow yourself to be the wise woman that you are. And I know that these are messages for me, but I'm also feel like this is messages for other women here as well. Okay? So, this same day, I also received that it's time to go back to our wombs. Like every direction I go in, I always get back to the womb. So it is time for you to journey back to your womb. Go back in time. If you never did this, it is time for you to go back in time and journey through your womb to visit your womb story. And you want to visit your womb story because there's things in there, right, that needs to be removed, right, in order for you to tap into your gifts, into your wisdom. There's versions of yourself within your womb that you need to go and bring back home to yourself in order to complete the entire version of yourself. And the womb is the only portal that allows you to do that. This is the wisdom that I've been receiving, and it goes deep. Like my wisdom, it's been really, and I don't really like sharing on here because I could be misunderstood a lot because some of the things I receive are not in books. So people be like, okay, where you getting this stuff from? It's not on Google. And I'm like, no, it's not on Google. Like, I don't know how else to tell you but to tell you and to actually show you and to actually teach you about it. Because it's not on Google. It's not in a book. Or maybe it is. I haven't came across the book yet. Right? So it's like when you go back to your womb and when you go back into the shadows of your womb, into the darkness of your womb, go back into the darkness of your womb and really see what's there that's keeping the wisdom and your gifts blocked. Now, I'm not saying stay there in the womb. I'm saying go visit and go see what's there. Come back, see what you got to heal, and then take it from there. Don't get stuck there. You go back and you bring the pieces of you back home, the versions of you that you left in certain areas back home to you. Okay? I also heard that it's time for us to really just show our gifts to the world. This is the message that I received back in September. And we can't run away from the darkness anymore. A lot of us running away from our own shadows because we're afraid of what's in there. A lot of us are running away from the womb work that needs to be done on a different level. Right? So we have to understand that babies are in a womb for 9 months in the dark. And what are they doing in the womb in the dark for 9 months? What are they doing? They're growing. They're getting what they need. They're getting what they need to receive. And then what happens? They go from the dark to the light. So there's no shame in going within your shadows, going into your own darkness to getting what you need to receive and then coming out on the other side ready. Because the baby developed in the darkness in the womb for 9 months. Right? And who's the container for the baby? The womb, the mother. right? This is why you go back to your womb story. Because when you go back to your womb story, you also get to learn your mother's womb story. You also get to learn your grandmother's womb story. And once you have those three stories, once you know what to heal, once you really identify what to heal within those three generations, within those, baby, I tell you, the wisdom will crack open. Your womb wisdom will crack open. Okay? I also heard that if you're currently pregnant right now, right? If you are currently pregnant, if you are a doula of any kind or anything, doing birth work, and you have clients, you need to explain to mothers to be mindful of the energy that they are around. Be mindful of the energy and the things that they are taking in, because that can shape their mind and that can shift their energy for the better or for worse. And if that shifts the mother's energy, it shifts the baby's energy, because the baby picks up whatever the mom is feeling. So if the mom is in a chaotic environment, that environment is not safe. The baby, how do you think the baby feels? If mom is not safe in that environment, what do you think happens to the baby if mom is a container for the baby? You get what I'm putting down? Be careful what you feed your mind. Be careful of the environments you are in. Be mindful of the emotions you carry, because they all get passed down to the baby. I remember when I was pregnant. I was pregnant during COVID. I was working in a school building that was so chaotic. It was chaos. When I tell you chaos, it was chaos. When I tell you that the whole thing came down with, oh, you got to get the XYZ, and if you don't have it by this date, you got to be gone. Guess what? I was out that building. And throughout my whole pregnancy, I was out that building, and I never even returned back to working in that building. I still visit, but as far as like working, Spirit was like, no, you cannot be around this energy while pregnant. Okay? So, it's important for women to know the sacred power that they have. You can literally create life and you can end life. You can create life, but you can take it away. So that's a huge responsibility that women have, that black women have. Hispanic, black, black, indigenous, Hispanic, that's a huge responsibility. This is why certain things were created systematically to forget to make the black woman forget who she is. I'm not gonna get to preaching on here, I promise. So it's time for us to tap into that sacred energy, to tap into your healing power, to tap into your herbalism power, to tap into your high priestess, to tap into the gifts of a black woman. Okay? And it's important for you to also be that woman in every space you enter. Don't put on a mask. Stop hiding. Stop hiding who you really are. Be you in every single space that you enter. It's no need to be ashamed of that. Okay? So we are on the 999. This is the portal. 2025 is a 9 year endings. 9. So 999 is a portal of endings and transformation. So this is a time for you to really do the work that you need to do, and then start calling in the love, the joy, the peace, the wisdom, the ancestral abundance. Start calling all of that in. A lot of us been doing this work for a very, very long time. So your healing may be done. And you may be the one that's conducting the ceremonies, that's teaching, that's doing the healing. Because more people are going to need this work in 2026. So it's time for you now to show up. Okay? All right. And that's all I have for today, y'all. I'm going to save this live. I don't know what to name it, but yes, tap into your gifts and make sure if you want a reading, not a reading, if you want a spiritual life coaching session, if you want a womb harmony session, an ancestral wound elevation ceremony, make sure to click the link tree in my bio and book a service. Okay, guys, have an amazing day.